Give me my property back. You see this? You tyrant piece of shit. You tyrant.
Ego can significantly impact the duty of a police officer, and sometimes they end up wondering if they are above the law. Today, we'll be going through some cases where police officers acted out of law and did the unthinkable. On March 11, 2022, 54-year-old Jonathan Gesford was standing along a road holding a cardboard sign that read, "Radar ahead," cautioning drivers about an oncoming speed trap. That was when he was approached by a couple of state troopers.
I'm on the side of the road, legally parked, with a sign which is protected by the First Amendment. So you can, I'm disrupting nothing. I'm gonna do it right here where I'm at. Oh, I'm not?
Why have drivers coming up to me telling me that you're jumping out in traffic?
Because apparently they're erroneous. I don't give a what somebody else says. What did you witness? Nothing of the sort. So keep your to yourself.
You wanted our attention, you got it. I mean,
I don't want your attention.
Yeah,
Go the away, road pirate.
You wanted our attention.
Go away, road pirates. You keep saying jumping in traffic. When did you witness this offense?
Don't come towards me.
Don't you came to me. You came to me. You came to me. You came to me.
Just to tell me that you're jumping out in front of them with the sign.
So they want to lick your boots. Let them.
Trooper Nicholas Gallo and Corporal Stephen Douglas had no basis to detain Jonathan, and that was when they decided to operate disdainful strategy aimed at provoking him.
Don't put your hands on me. Do not put... Give me my property back, you piece of... Give me my property back. You see this? You tyrant piece of... You tyrant... What are your badge numbers?
Step back, okay?
No,
Don't walk up
no,
to me
you
like
stole
that.
my property.
Did you see anything in my hands?
You
Stole your
piece
property?
of...
Have a nice day.
The tyrant cops forcibly snatched the cardboard from the poor guy and even tried to lie about it. Jonathan couldn't do anything but record their actions as they made their way off. However, the story was not over yet, as some hours later, the same officers pulled Jonathan over when he was in his car.
The reason I stopped you is you had your hand out the window with
So what?
the finger.
So what? It's constitutionally protected speech.
Is there a reason why you're doing that? Is there a reason why you're doing that?
You're stopping me for constitutionally protected speech, right?
Because you had your hand out the window.
This is what I did. You got a problem with that?
Sir, listen to me. Listen to me.
No, no, no.
All right, listen.
Go
That's
away.
called disorderly conduct.
No, it is not.
That is disorderly
That
conduct.
is called
If you are doing it
freedom
out in the
of speech.
If you are
No,
out in
no,
the public,
no, no,
you
no,
are out
no,
in the
no,
public
no,
and people
no.
see you.
No, it is
Can I get
not.
your license,
Here's
please?
what's going to happen.
No,
License, please.
no.
Here's what's going to happen.
I want your supervisor, please.
I am the supervisor. I am the supervisor.
License,
And that's why
please.
I'm here.
I'm going to reach into my pocket and
You're
get my
fine.
license.
You're fine.
And I'm going to take you to
You're fine.
court.
But here's what I'm saying. Take it to court. That's what I want you to do. That's what I
License,
want you.
please.
I want you to take it to court.
So
License,
but
please.
before we
Get
go
your
any
license.
farther, you're pulling me over for what?
Because
For
you had
disorderly conduct.
Because you had your finger
Disorderly
out the window.
conduct
Now,
what?
here's what's about to happen. You're about to be arrested again for resisting arrest.
No, I'm not.
This time, the reason was even more shocking. Douglas was also joined in by a sergeant who was only making matters worse. He continued to threaten Jonathan, and it was evident that both the officers had no understanding of the law.
Yeah. Right now you're being detained.
For
okay?
what?
You're being
I
detained
told you why I stopped you already, sir.
For putting my middle finger up. That's
Yeah,
correct?
no,
correct.
No,
Exactly.
for-
Right.
You extended your arm out the window.
No, I had my
Yes,
middle
you
finger
did.
out the window.
Okay, let me get your ID.
You had your middle finger out the window. Okay, yes.
We're gonna take you in. We're gonna tow the car, and we'll call social services for the kid.
Oh, so
and
now
the
you're
dog.
threatening. Now you're threatening my
No,
child.
it's not
No,
a
he's telling you
threat.
what's
It's
gonna
a
happen.
promise.
You're threatening my child now.
I'm telling you what's gonna happen.
However, if this wasn't depressing enough, let's hear a call that Trooper Douglas had made moments before pulling Jonathan over.
He stuck his middle finger out of the road, out of the window. Oh, okay. What's that? What's that? We could lock him up for disorderly conduct. He probably won't go anywhere. Nah, what's isn't it like a improper hand signal or something? Charge? Okay, most we can probably get it. No, I mean like if you stick your finger, I'm telling you, if you put your arm out the road, your hand out the road, and you're like with a middle finger, you could. That's like a, isn't that? I'm pretty sure. You sure about that?
Trooper Douglas had no idea about the law and had to call another fellow officer to inquire about potential charges against Jonathan. Despite being confronted with the truth that Jonathan hadn't broken any laws, the petty trooper refused to give in.
Took his arm out the window with his middle finger. Okay. As he was driving by, like, oh. Game on.
I mean, he pulled him over for what? Like giving him the middle finger?
Yeah, for giving the middle finger. So,
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That'll get dropped.
yeah, it's going to get thrown. I told him that's going to get thrown out, but it's just going, it's going to cause the problem. He's going to mess up eventually. He's going to do something really stupid, and then we are going to be able to really lock him up.
Something stupid like, park in the roadway.
Right.
Something like that that'll fly. Unfortunately, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't. We can't pull people over. We can't write them tickets for telling us to fuck off or
Right.
giving us the middle finger and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's their right to do so.
Yeah.
It's appalling to see how inflating the ego of a police officer can be, as they can be heard planning to arrest him later.
But all right, I'll do some more work up on this guy, and I'll pass it on.
And then number two, we have no real basis to write him. It's going to get thrown out that it's going to get thrown out. The hand gesture thing, it's not, it doesn't count for fingers, for fingers, middle fingers, so.
It doesn't count for sticking your hand up and doing middle finger.
No. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, well, at least it's inconvenient for you guys.
Right. So now, so he's going to do something stupid one day where we are going to be able to lock him up for disorderly conduct, and I just wish we had the witness and even had it on video.
Well, the troopers did charge him for improper use of a hand signal. As expected, the charge didn't stand and was eventually dropped. However, the troopers soon saw themselves in hot waters, as Jonathan filed a lawsuit against the 3 officers involved in the scene. The officers later decided to settle the case with Jonathan and ended up paying $50,000 in compensation. Well, this wasn't the first time cops acted outside the boundaries of the law and got served with a lawsuit.
I should get to work, is that what you're telling me?
If you're busy.
We're gonna have a problem between you and I.
In July 2021, First Amendment auditor Sean Paul Reyes was conducting a First Amendment audit at the Bradley International Airport when State Trooper Lavoy approached him and demanded his ID.
As long as you don't film the x-ray screens, because that's all sensitive.
Okay.
And impede the operation, you're fine.
Yeah. No, I'm just an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
I think you're well within your rights. I think you know all of them.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Trooper Lavoy with the State Police. How are you doing today?
How you doing, Trooper?
Good. I'm here to find out what your business here is at the airport today.
Nothing. Just gathering content for a story. I'm an independent journalist.
Oh, great. Do you have your ID on you?
I'm not going to provide you with my ID, Trooper.
By a state trooper for your ID, you're going to have to provide
This Connecticut, sir, is not a stop and ID state, and unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion, I've committed
about to do that. I'm not here to get a legal advice from you.
Yeah.
I'm asking legally an order from a state trooper to provide me your ID. You're causing alarm at the airport. Multiple people have come up to us asking what you're doing.
There's a TSA supervisor who just told me I was well within my rights.
Please?
Sir,
Put your hands behind your back, please.
I'm going.
Put your hands behind your back, please.
The state trooper wasted no time in detaining Sean as he failed to provide identification. Well, Sean wasn't legally obliged to provide one as the officer had no reasonable, articulable suspicion to demand one. Shortly after, the officer also took his phone and proceeded to handcuff him.
I'm not going to cause any alarm.
Last answer.
I don't have any. I'm not going to put any. I'm not. I don't even have any ID on me, sir.
That's going to be it. Okay.
I can give you my name and date of birth if you'd like. Do you have your body camera on, sir?
581.
Gathering content for a story.
Okay.
I have not broken any laws.
No one said that you did. You're not under arrest right now. You're being detained.
But why are you detaining
You're interfering with my investigation.
Sir, you need to have reasonable articulable suspicion.
I'm articulating that to you right now, that you're causing a disturbance at the airport. Yes, you are.
By gathering content, I'm an independent journalist, sir.
You need to stop trying to teach me
Why
legal.
are you shaking? I'm not going to hurt you.
You need to stop and listen to me. I'm trying to identify you because you're causing a disturbance at the airport. You refuse to provide me your ID. You're clearly doing this on purpose.
I'm not.
So we're going to go through the books.
I'm gathering content for a story. I told everybody I'm an independent journalist. SEANPAUL, one word. Can I get your supervisor here, Lavoy? One. Under threat of arrest, I'm providing you that information.
It's not a threat. It's me telling you what has to happen.
Can I speak to your supervisor, Lavoy?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
It appeared as if the trooper was struggling to control his emotions as his voice was cracking and his hands were shaking. On the other hand, Sean remained steadfast and waited for a supervisor to arrive.
I'm not here to.
No, you can go back and you can do that with your supervisor. I'm here if you, whatever you need me to do that you feel that you're going to arrest me over, I will comply with that.
Mr. Reyes.
Yes.
There was no need for you to be handcuffed. You made it this way. You
So-
put
so
yourself
can you
in this
take the
situation.
handcuffs off of
Absolutely
me?
not. Not until my backup arrives.
But why are you shaking? I'm not a threat
I'm not
to you,
shaking.
sir. I'm not a
You're
threat to you.
detained right now. You're my responsibility. If you fall over,
I'm not a threat
you're
to
my
you.
responsibility. You're saying that, but I don't know that. I don't know that you're not a threat to anything here at the airport.
Sir, the way the world works, you can't handcuff people because you don't know if they're a threat or not, sir. That's dangerous that you're acting like this, really. Sir, are you a supervisor, sir? I am not. Can I get a supervisor here? My rights are being violated.
We're working on that.
Why are they being violated? Because I'm in cuffs and I haven't broken any laws, sir. Sir? Sir, there is, as you know, an unlawful detainment. This is you know what that's gonna happen, right?
Sean kept trying to explain his point to the trooper, but he remained unwilling to listen. Minutes passed as Sean stood handcuffed, waiting for a supervisor who was taking ages to arrive.
See, the problem is you think you're above the law, and you think you're above.
Absolutely
you think
not.
you're above a citizen.
You see, now you're projecting your thoughts because I'm in uniform. So you assume because I'm in uniform.
I'm assuming because you put me in cuffs.
Yeah, you're detained. That's 100% right. For failure to comply.
An unlawful detainment. De-escalation. If you do a little bit of de-escalation, things might go a little bit better for you and anybody else.
You could have too.
All I did was tell you I want to invoke my right. Is
Absolutely.
this a supervisor? No. Come on, man. Can I get a supervisor here? He's gonna explain to you guys to release me immediately. I haven't broken any laws. This is insane. You can't. Just because you have trust issues, that doesn't mean you can put free citizens.
We have trust issues.
You can't put free citizens in handcuffs.
It's the nature of our job.
This is an unlawful detainment. And when the supervisor gets here, he's going to let you guys both know that, and he's going to tell you to release me.
We're going to release you as soon as we're able to do that. I'm not keeping you detained just because I feel like I want to. You understand that, right?
I don't comply with unlawful orders, and that's just my right as a citizen to not comply with it. You might think it's a lawful order, but it's not. It's not. It's not.
After minutes of waiting, the supervisor finally arrived on the scene, and Sean narrated to him what had happened, hoping for a quick resolution.
Sergeant Drummond.
Yes.
Sergeant Drummond, I would like to be released immediately from this unlawful detainment. I have not broken any laws. Your trooper did not have any reasonable articulable suspicion to identify me or in any way. I talked to supervisor from the TSA, Brett Kavanaugh. He told me that I have every right to film the security checkpoint. This is a public building. I'm an independent journalist. He's violating my First Amendment right of freedom of press. And like I said, I would like to be released from these handcuffs.
Okay.
And he turned off my phone. I would like to be released from these handcuffs immediately. I have not broken any laws, sir.
Okay. All right. Why were you videotaping? Just out of curiosity.
Same thing I told your trooper. I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
Okay.
I'm not going to divulge until the story is published. And now I guess the story has changed to an unlawful detainment by your officer, by your trooper, sorry. And like I said, the longer I'm in here, the longer you guys are violating my rights. So I would, as a supervisor, I would advise you to do the right thing here, sir, and have me undetained.
The supervisor listened calmly to Sean and ended up making the correct decision in no time. The supervisor did an excellent job in de-escalating the situation. On the other hand, Trooper Lavoie was furious seeing that Sean was being let go without any warning. It became apparent that the trooper could benefit from a better understanding of the law. Sean didn't end the matter there as he went over to file a complaint against Trooper Lavoie. However, as he tried to do so, he faced resistance from Sergeant Brian Fahey.
How you doing, Sergeant?
You're videotaping me?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I don't want to talk to you then. If you want to videotape me, then if you want to talk to me like a man, we can chat.
But what about you guys wear body cameras here? What's the difference?
I don't have a body camera.
I understand that. Can I get your name, Sergeant?
Yeah, Brian Fahey.
Brian Fahey.
Yep.
So there's a serious civil rights violation going on here. So as I was explaining to your other trooper, I'm a journalist, independent journalist working on a story.
Okay.
And I was gathering content for that story at the Bradley Airport. TSA became concerned about me filming.
Okay.
A supervisor came over. The first person who was concerned called the supervisor. Supervisor said, "You have every right to film. It's not an issue. I know your rights. You know your rights. Continue what you're doing." One of your troopers out of Bradley Airport, Trooper.
How can I help you today with pistol permits? Can I help you today with pistol permits?
Why would I don't need help with pistol permits. I need help with a civil rights violation, as I just told you, sir.
But you can contact our internal affairs department. It's online, or there's a phone number.
Sergeant Fahey's demeanor seemed stern from the beginning, and he wasn't in the mood to grant Sean any favors. However, this demeanor was about to get even worse.
You're a
I'm a
supervisor.
supervisor in charge of special licensing and firearms. So all these people that are in line in 529 gun dealers in the state of Connecticut, that's what we're dealing with. There's an outlet for you to make your complaint.
There's a civil rights violation.
But there's an outlet for you to make your complaint, and you can make that. We've given you it.
Why are you guys acting like this? I'm trying to make a serious
Acting
civil
like
rights.
what? I don't know what you... I
Because
can't help you with your complaint today. Yep.
Can you get me that address?
Sure. 294 North Colony Road.
294 North Colony Road.
Yep.
Building what again?
I think it's building 11. I'm not sure exactly. You're going to go... when you come into the complex, the forensic laboratory is going to be on your left. You're going to take a right. There's an island. It's the last building on the right.
And that's where they're located.
You have your outlet to make your complaint. We give you plenty of outlets to make your complaint.
Yeah.
And we've offered them all to you. You have the paperwork, right, to make your complaint?
Yeah, they just gave me the complaint.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can go right ahead. Right ahead, sir.
But this is part of a thing that I'm going to fill this out, but I want to
Fantastic.
speak with somebody who can help me.
Okay, well then you can call IA, or you can go there, and if they have time to speak to you, they'll speak to you. But you have your outlet. You can go online and you can get the phone numbers.
Yeah.
You've given. We want to entertain your complaint through the proper channels. You want to make a complaint.
Yeah, which is through internal affairs.
Yep.
It's the proper
so you've been
channels.
given that. Yep.
I will go speak to them
All right,
personally.
have a great day.
You too.
Nice talking to you.
The sergeant claimed that he couldn't deal with his problem at the moment as he was extremely busy. However, the sergeant wasn't enjoying Sean filming the area, and in a matter of seconds, he completely lost his calm and did this.
You're all set here?
Excuse me?
Are you all set here?
Well, yeah, there's nothing else obviously you can help me out with at this point.
So you're all set. So you're going to go to IA right now, correct?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right.
I'm going to be going.
Okay.
I'm going to be going.
Okay. So you're going to stand here with your cell phone?
I thought you were busy. I thought you were a busy man.
I am busy.
So you should get to work.
I should get to work? Is that what you're telling me?
If you're busy.
We're going to have a problem between you and I.
His body camera's on. His body camera's on. Stop. He has his body camera on.
I don't care.
Stop,
I don't care.
Right?
This is private property. Okay?
I'm not doing anything.
You're not going to videotape me and have an attitude with me.
I'll get
but
off
I'm going to tell you what right now, dude. I'm not the one.
All right.
Okay? I gave you the information you needed, and I gave you your outlet. Right? You were giving your outlet.
I said I was
you wanted to
going.
stand there and hold your cell phone in my face. Is what you wanted to do. Yes, you do. Take your cell phone and go and make your complaint. Okay.
Can I grab my cell phone?
Stay right here. I'll get it for you.
The sergeant made a huge mistake as he forcibly removed Sean from the premises of the building and even dropped his phone in the process of doing so. Later, Internal Affairs claimed that Trooper Lavoie was acting within the law when he detained Sean, and the department also proceeded to clear Sergeant Fahey of any wrongdoing. However, Sean ended up filing a lawsuit against the city, Trooper Lavoie, and Sergeant Fahey. The lawsuit is still in progress, and there's no update from Sean regarding its progress as of now. Well, these officers were corrupt for sure, but they pale in comparison to what these cops did next.
I'm gonna sit down. Are you
On August 25, 2019, the Worcester Police Department responded to a custody dispute where a Bible Baptist church was located. The dispute involved the pastor, Rizzuti Sr.'s daughter, Rachel Rizzuti, who allegedly had not returned her 11-year-old daughter to the girl's father. As the cops arrived on the scene, they were met by a hostile reception by the pastor.
Who are you? Who are you? Why don't you go inside? You have nothing about it.
Oh, that's my daughter. So yeah, I do have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you know,
you don't have to.
this has nothing to do with you.
How's that? Kyron. Kyron, don't tell me what I don't.
You done yelling? You done yelling?
Are you done yelling? Acting like a big shot?
We're all set here. You can go inside.
No, you go on.
You're not going to tell me what to do. You can go inside. You're about to be arrested for disturbing the peace.
Here, Tyrant. Let's get him. Look at him.
The pastor called the officer a tyrant multiple times, and that seemed to rile up the cop, which led to a series of regrettable events that should never have happened.
Oh my God!
Heart problems, buddy.
Stop moving! I don't give you. Don't touch me, you homo. Yeah. stop that. What's wrong with you? We're in the church. What's wrong with you people? These guys are tyrants. What's wrong with you? On the ground now. You stop grabbing me. I want a supervisor. I want a supervisor. I want a supervisor. I want a supervisor.
The cops tased and brutally arrested Rizzuti Sr. However, the cops were not done with the arrests, as they also proceeded to apprehend Rizzuti Jr. and his wife, Carissa. The cops' actions reached a troubling point when they put Carissa Rizzuti on the ground, which agitated her family given that she was pregnant at that point.
Let go of me. What's wrong with you? He's a tyrant. You're resisting. You're psycho for him. You're psycho. You're psycho. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. You're psycho. Stop moving. Let go of him. You're hurting me. What you doing? Stop it. You stop it. You're not doing nothing. Are you think I'm a dog? Stop yelling. You're a dog. Stop yelling. Relax. Let go of me. You're hurting my wrist. Papa Bianca. Yeah. Everybody, get this stuff. All because they're trying to bully one of our church members and steal their child. Oh, will it? That's not how it works. We'll see. Stop touching me! Stop moving. You stop touching me!
Temptation. We're good enough cuts now. Make sure my wife gets checked out. She's pregnant and this cop tackled her. Supervisor. I want you guys to supervisor. What's this cop's name? No, this is one.
The cops' actions at this point were nothing short of brutally appalling. The officers then proceeded to take Rizzuti Sr. and his son outside of the church. The pastor was frustrated at this point, and rightly so. The cops even proceeded to arrest and take away pregnant Teresa Rizzuti.
You don't care what I say. You're under arrest. We're going to search you. Get away from me. Okay? You get away from me. No, this guy has assaulted. Right? I'm your arrest. Yeah. Oh, am I?
We have a paramedic to check you out.
You get away from me. You've already assaulted me. Assaulted me, tased me. Laying in the back of my church, this guy. Imagine that.
And you wouldn't calm down. He comes cause the scene, then you ring you. Where'd you get, where you got tased? I have no idea. He got tased right in the middle back here. Can I just look at it? Is that alright? Relax. I gotta check you out. Right here. They just need a card for the other guy? Yeah. I don't even, do you have his name or anything? I didn't get the other guy's name, though.
I was literally so caught off guard by everything that happened that I wasn't. I was like, I mean, it was crazy. My mom's the one right there with the glasses on.
Alright guys, we're good.
Mom,
Thank you.
Gonna tell you, honey, you're going to the police station. You gotta bail us out. You got Joey's credit card. I'm getting arrested you.
I'll write it all down.
The cops proceeded to take all three of the household members into the police station, where the father and son duo were charged with assault and battery. Later, both of them were found not guilty on the charges. Similarly, the charges against Carissa were eventually dropped. An internal investigation was launched into the actions of these cops, but they were cleared of any wrongdoing. However, the Rizzutis ended up filing a civil rights lawsuit against the city, the police officers involved in the arrest, and former city manager Edward Augustus Jr. The lawsuit remains ongoing, and we can only hope that justice is served and the corrupt officers are held accountable for their actions. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. The cases we discussed today showed some of the most corrupt cops in the field. The first case showed how ego plays a vital role in the job of a police officer and impacts an officer's duty. The cops in the second case also acted out of the law and even resorted to force. Similarly, the cops in the last case used significant force on unarmed suspects who had committed no crimes. Regrettably, none of the officers were held accountable for their actions. However, the suspects have filed lawsuits against them, and we sincerely hope that necessary action takes place. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and also make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.